guys, welcome back. So today we're looking at an album from Liechtenstein. I just walked in my bedroom and pulled it off the shelf. It was a random grab, and so that's what's on the menu today. Now, I've seen Liechtenstein stamps before, but I am not particularly familiar with Liechtenstein as a country. So I just watched a little video, and the kind of takeaways were that it is a tiny little pint-sized country in Europe. It borders Austria and Switzerland. I think they said it was 6 by 12 miles. Super duper tiny. They've got a small population. I can't recall if they said 30 or 50,000, something like that. I think 50 is closer. And a very tiny country. Very beautiful place. Man, giant green lush mountain ranges and all kinds of wonderful hiking. And so tourism is a huge thing there. And one thing I thought was funny is there's a prince that lives in a castle up on a hill that oversees the place. So anyways, interesting little country, and yeah, just so unbelievably small. What the heck? Pint-sized little place. Well, as usual, I don't know what's going to be in this album, but we're going to find out together. So let's take a look. All right. Wow. Whoa. Okay. So, immediately like these. Wow. These are absolutely beautiful. I like the colors. They're very interesting looking stamps here. It looks like there's actually a bunch of duplicates. This must be their coat of arms. Let me try to slip one of these out. You can take a look at it. There you go. I do see Liechtenstein there, and I see Osterpost. I wonder if these stamps can be used in Austria as well. Just a thought. I don't know. Looks like he says he has 4 of these and that they're mint, and they are formally hinged. You can see the remaining hinge mark there. So what does he say here? Note. Prides shown. Hold on, sorry, I can't read that. Prides shown front Scott 2006 catalog. What? Okay, I don't really know what he's talking about, but I'm not going to spend a lot of time on that. So little tiny flags. Kind of classic little flags people like to put in their albums and such. So yeah, it looks like fairly old looking stuff. I mean, we start at number 4 here, it seems. Yeah, I don't see anything here. And then we move on to 5 and 6 and 7. I wonder if that was their former king. This one's used. 6, 7, probably 8, 9. Then we move on to this imperforate variety here. It says, I don't know what that says. Something Liechtenstein. Interesting. Imperforate little stamps. Got a pretty nasty mark on the back of that guy. And so it seems like we have imperforate, and then we have perforate variety here. Without looking up at the album and knowing that it's really close to Germany, when I see like 20H and then I see 1K, maybe that's, I can't remember, like 15 Heller or Helen? Crap. Now I'm going to have to look it up because my curiosity is piqued a little. And then I think in Cronin. Okay, that's my guess. I'll check and see if I'm right. Look at these. These are big. Wow. These are definitely cool looking stamps. That one's got a pretty nasty thin gub disturbance as well. Ooh, bummer. Oh, ouch. Shame. Shame it was bent like that. But yeah, these have, depending on which one you look at, like, man, this one's bent, but kind of a, I bet you that that's the castle up on the hill. Now, in the video that I saw, well, this one, it says it has a postal cancel, and it does. In the video, they were mentioning, you know, the prince that lives in the castle up on the hill. They also mentioned a fort, kind of up on a hill overseeing things. I wonder if that's one and the same. I don't know if the fort was separate from the castle, but they kind of made it sound like that in the video. Anyways, these are, like, as they sit like this in this page, it's just very pretty to look at. I definitely like this. The actual aesthetic of these stamps, I just think that they're very pretty. They're just good looking stamps. I could easily see myself being pleased with putting these in some Vario pages and laying out all the duplicates next to each other so you can see the different postal cancellations and stuff like that. Yeah, I mean, these are definitely interesting. Very cool. And so I like that we start very early at number 4, and you know, here we are even like number 47, 8, and 9. So he definitely had some earlier ones. I don't know what happened to this page. It almost looked like it got wet. It looks like it got soaked or something. I wonder if the stamps were involved as well. This one looks kind of wrinkled, at least to my eye. This guy is carrying some giant vat of something on his back. I'm not sure what that is. He must be harvesting something. That's number 75. It looks like there must have been something here that got stolen out. It says color blue, perf 12.5, 1K, not listed in Scott, and it seems to be gone. Bummer. Wonder if somebody at Apfelbaum took that out of there or what. I like the idea that this is such a tiny little country. I think they also mentioned that they're kind of like an ornery people. A little bit of fire in their bellies or something like that. Okay, but before I go to the next page, let me look up what the H versus the K is. So I'll be right back. Okay, so the H stands for Heller, and 100 Heller equals 1 krone. So, I was close. What did I think it was? Cronin? That must be a different country. Well, anyways. Let's continue on. Okay, definitely looks like more recent stamps. Number 97 there. He says $5. I'm sure just like everything, this is cat value. You know, kind of like usual. As I look through the camera here, I'm just not sure how well of a look you guys, like how well you guys can see the stamps. So my natural inclination is to lower you down, but I think that every time that I edit this kind of video, where I try to have almost a full span of the page of an album, you guys can actually see them well enough. So I want to keep you up, which is nice for me, to be frank, because the camera totally blocks my view of the album. That kind of looks like they're harvesting corn. So most of these seem to be hinged, at least the mint stamps. Yeah, I mean this kind of portrayal here, sloping, beautiful, sprawling countryside, you know, that's very representative of what I've seen on that video of Liechtenstein. I mean, it's, even though it's so tiny, it's just this beautiful mountainside town. It's like this big, long, giant, beautiful mountain town. What do we have here? Okay, it looks like a postal horn. That one says 1874 to 1949 UPU. Okay. This looks like he might be maybe whittling? Looks like he has a sickle or some kind of sword. This must be agricultural stamps. Look at, there you go, there's an ear of corn. Yeah, a bunch of agricultural stuff. Here's farming with some cows. Cattle. This one has the nice little tab on the side. A good looking stamp there. Oh, Europa. Okay. Oh man, would have been perfectly mint if not for some super minor creases. It says Johann Adam. Looks like it says 1945 to 1955. I was going to speculate if this was the prince, but kind of weird. Okay, well maybe, and it's interesting, it's a 10-cent denom. Maybe they're commemorating, maybe this is the prince and he's 10 years old. That looks about right, given the portrait. What is this? Very cool. So I'm kind of scanning through as I'm looking at this thing. What are these? Different scenery. Whoa, I think I just bent the corner perf on that stamp there. That was my fault. Gosh darn it. That's kind of cool. These ones have some gold foil, so they're somewhat reflective. These are cool looking. Kind of whimsical. 361, and then this one was 365. Europa issue. I was going to say, this looks exactly like the other one. Up here, 360. Okay, it is exactly the same, so they're a little bit out of order. Which is not a huge deal, but I do see that from this guy sometimes. Another Europa issue. Europa again. This one looks like Olympics. Yep. Look at this guy. 1793. Peter Kaiser to 1864. That must be his entire lifespan. Furstententum. This one's on granite paper. I don't know how well you can see the red, and it looks like blue fibers as well. So there's your granite paper postage stamp right there. I wonder if the rest of these, yeah, granite paper. Okay. Cool. Alright, let's keep going. Alright, a little Suv sheet. Number 424. Says it's mint. 1967? Probably royalty. Wow, okay, this is a pretty filled out page. Yeah, just a lot going on this page. Man. They're pretty well stacked in here. Oh, that's a cute stamp. I wonder what that means. What does Fuerstentum mean? Well, let's find out. Well, apparently it means principality. And another thing that I had never had click in my head was that a principality is a state or country ruled by a prince. Hence the name, principality. I never knew that. What the heck? Wow. Okay, so, yeah, we're talking about the Principality of Liechtenstein. And, I gotta admit, I don't know, like I said, a lot about this place, but I was kind of wondering why it's ruled by a prince and not a king. Where's the king? I mean, if... Okay, well, yeah, I just don't understand. There's just stuff I don't know. I'm sure I could easily research more and learn about that. I know that they, like Liechtenstein, I can't remember, darn it. I think they said in the Napoleonic era, like 1805, that it was purchased. Some king bought it, and maybe he just allows his son to rule it, and that's why it's a principality or something. I'm kind of guessing there. I don't know. Maybe someone will chime in the comments and clear that up for me. I mean, why doesn't it have a king? But anyways, just a thought I have. So, anyways, oh wow, Sir Rowland Hill right there. Philippe de Ferrari. Carl Lindenberg and Maurice Burris. Yeah, there's just an awful lot of stuff going on here. These are pretty interesting looking. This is a nice page. Look at this happy little camper. That's got to be the prince. Some days when I wake up and it's 100 degrees and I have to go slave away working on cars, I kind of wish I was born a prince, but what are you going to do? Would be nice. Would be nice, yes. So we've got some Olympic stamps up here. Looks like hockey and skiing. What is this? This is a rather large stamp here. Looks like a crown. It is reflective. It's actually quite pretty. That's a good looking stamp. I like that. That's actually pretty cool. This one next to it is also fairly large and also reflective. Of course I can't read that, but it looks like a 50-year commemorative. 1921 to 71. That's cool. More Olympic. Okay, she's ice skating. I still can't believe that. Principality. I never knew that. Makes so much freaking sense, doesn't it? Principality. They like their reflective foil. I gotta give them that. They seem to, all of these seem to have some kind of reflective property. Kind of in the background, in the horizon. Like a golden sunset kind of idea here. This whole series here is reflective. They are actually very pretty. I mean, they're not all gold foil, but it's some kind of reflective foil. This must, I'm assuming this winding thing here is probably a road leading to a village. Yeah, whatever they used. These are pretty. This is a very pretty set here. I quite like that. What is this? A salamander or something? Yeah, I do. I haven't even thought of it. I do wonder what kind of wildlife do they have up there? It looks like they have salamanders. Looks like they have snakes. So we got some reptiles. Butterfly. That's actually a nice looking butterfly. This reminds me, I have a one of the few things my mom left me. I have a butterfly food tray where they encased real butterflies in the tray. I remember before she died that she was telling me about how some of them are already extinct, so it's some of them are rare. You know, maybe I'll show you guys the tray just for fun. I never even look at it much anymore, but I have it on the shelf. And yeah, why not? Sure. Let me go grab that real quick. I'll show you guys. So yeah, this is the butterfly tray that Mom left me. I don't think it's upside down. I haven't even touched it for quite a while. Man, it's dusty. Overdue for a dusting here. But I don't know how much truth there is to what she was saying about that some of them are extinct. I just don't know. I do believe at some point I went and looked up this stuff on the internet trying to find it. And I found similar trays that looked like almost spot on. Very, very similar trays for like $150. So I don't really think it's anything unbelievably valuable here. But yeah, I just figured I'd share it. Always found it quite beautiful, and I love that she gave it to me. I mean, there's obviously a lot of butterflies had to, be sacrificed to create this food tray. And it's kind of flimsy. I don't really trust it. Like, you can see the seam here. Like, I'm afraid if I am too harsh on this thing, I'll just snap it off. It still has some rigidity, but I'm just afraid of it. I don't know if I would ever actually use it to hold food anymore. But unfortunately, some of the butterfly wings seems to have cracked up and broken up inside of there. At least from what I can tell, like these little ones here, they look a little bit broken. But my favorite, easily, is the blue ones, because man, like this one right in the center is so pretty. I mean, you know, these other ones down here, I mean, it's actually unbelievable, you know, just the beauty that nature can make, you know, in any kind of different form of animal. And yeah, those blue reflective ones, man, they are just so pretty. Man, it's just unbelievable. I really do love this tray, and I love that, you know, it's something I get to hold on to. Has sentimental value. So anyways, that's my, put that over there, that's my butterfly tray from Mom. She always liked that kind of stuff, like pretty stuff, and she liked Native American stuff. She was real big on that, you know. I have a dream catcher above my bed, which is also one of the few things I have from her. I hang it right in the middle above my bed, and I remember when she gave it to me. So anyways, I'm getting lost in thought here, but yeah. She always liked nature and stuff like that, so. And anyways, moving on. Let's see. Alright, well, let's just keep going. Let's just keep cruising here. Yeah, I really do like this set here, though. That is a very pretty set of stamps. So it looks like kind of more of the same. Let me start at the top here for you. What is that? Another Europa. I'm trying to reason out exactly what that is. I kind of wanted to say a flower, but I'm not 100% what that is. Bunch of Olympic stuff. What is this? Some kind of lobster? Maybe they've got lobsters. I don't recall them being like having a coast or anything. I believe that the term they used in the video was landlocked. You know. Yeah. They weren't on the coast as far as I recall. What is that? So Olympic stuff and some kind of art stamp. This is pretty classy. I have half a mind to kite this out of here and put it in my nude art stamp collection. That's actually a nice stamp. You know, I think I'm gonna steal that. Hold on. Et voila. Fantastic. Oh yeah, sorry guys if that looks unsightly. I had some kind of allergic reaction to something at work. I got these these little bumps and stuff, kind of annoying. They kind of started up one day and then they got worse the next day. It was like, what is this? Anyways. But this here, that's, I burnt myself yesterday. Woohoo! I make my own laundry soap, and it fills a whole 5-gallon bucket, so I've only got to do it like twice a year. Darn it, I touched my hand on the pot yesterday. I was like, ah! So, that'll teach me. Just another lesson. Not to touch a hot pot. So, anyways. So these are cool. Looks like, I'd say some really old money. Ooh, darn it. This kind of reminds me from the video I watched as well. Something about, and I could be wrong, but something about the Roman Empire. Oh god, I'm almost afraid to even mention that because I can't remember if that was from that video about Liechtenstein or just something else I've recently watched, and I'm completely off base. But anyways, let's see what do we have here. Yeah, I mean, man, just so many of their stamps are reflective. I mean, if somebody wanted to choose a country to, you know, just because they based solely on how pretty and reflective the stamps are, Liechtenstein is an option for you. That's for sure. If you want to build an album, just make it pretty reflective stamps. There you go. She's a little cutie pie right there. Look at the haircut. This has got to be the 70s, right? I don't know, but man, that's just that haircut. See, these, like this whole row here with these kind of houses and stuff, this stuff reminds me of German stamps. I don't want to call it a boring design, but you know, yeah, somewhat plain. I see, like I've seen a lot of German stamps just kind of have this. I don't know how else to say it. I guess just kind of plain looking architecture, you know. on their stamps, and so this reminds me of those German stamps. These are interesting. These are tall, thin, stained glass window stamps. That's actually pretty neat. I do like these. I think these would look really pretty on an envelope. Yeah, these are mint hinged. Looks like we have 3 of them here, and it says 1978. Very cool. All 3 of those are actually pretty cool. Looks like a street view here. Yeah. Interesting, huh? This looks like a... Oh gosh, what do you call that? Is that like a Zeppelin? Jesus. Took me a sec there. I find Zeppelin history, look at 1931, so that is Zeppelin era. That says that. I find the era of Zeppelins to be interesting. You know, it's interesting that we all kind of stopped doing that after those horrible tragedies with them, and they are dangerous. I mean, flying around in a big flammable balloon, you know. Some different portraits. There's, you know, these are pretty full pages, most of these, and there's an awful lot of different variety to be had here. This is a pretty good little excuse me, whew, a pretty good little collection. Those are Olympic stamps. Yeah, I mean, it's a good looking page. It's pretty to look at. These are pretty cool. I do like these. I don't know what that is. Some kind of mushroom, fungus, mushroom, something. Kind of reminds me of the Pope. I do think that they said that most of them are Catholic over in Liechtenstein. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I do believe that that was the case. Anyways, let's keep cruising here. We do have plenty more to look at. Oh, she looks really sweet. That's a pretty nice looking lady right there. Look at her. She just looks like a nice lady. Okay, kind of a cool postmark here. I don't think it's a CTO. The gum's gone. It looks used. 19... What? I'm not sure what year. The stamp says 82, so maybe this was used in 96? Interesting postmark. This guy kind of looks like, I don't know, I was going to say Genghis Khan at first, but now I'm thinking he looks more like some kind of monk or priest or something. Crap, I didn't pay attention where I pulled that from. Was it right there, or was it this one? I think it was here. Okay. Oh, these are always a fun plant. These are the ones that kind of burst into seeds. Ooh, I can't remember what you call them. I don't think it's a pussy willow. Crap, I can't remember what you call that. I'm not gonna bother looking it up. This one, yeah. What is that? That's what I want to know. What is that? Okay, this looks like they've. This looks like some sort of set of like manufacturing or something here. There she is drawing schematics. Here's a lady operating some kind of machinery. Got a lady on a phone with a typewriter. Here's a doctor. Oh, some guy operating machinery. Yeah, whatever. Pretty standard, stuff here. They're commemorating all their different agricultural, you know, whatever. I'm missing the word. The word eludes me. Like manufacturing jobs and stuff like that. No birdies. No birdies sitting on power lines. Looks like a knight helmet there, some kind of armored helmet. Different wildlife. Well then, okay, then they probably have some kind of whatever this is, elk. Yep. Yeah, these look like mountain goats. Unbelievably agile creatures, those. I've seen some pretty unbelievable footage of those guys. Okay, let's keep going. Huh. Well, this postmark caught my eye. It looks like it might be an envelope. Man, this one next to it just bullseye. Cancel right there. Man, talk about it. That is just about as good as it gets. Really nice placement on that. 89, February 10th. Don't know what this is. Some little naked boy here doing a stance. Alright. Okay. See a little fish. These are pretty. I like this one. I don't know if this is. I don't know, a painting or a drawing. Maybe. Some kind of. Looks like a dragonfly. But I like the colors on that. See if there's anything else that kind of catches my eye. Oh, cool, some geodes. I always like those. Especially in real life. That's one kind of thing that, I don't think a stamp can really do it justice. Like a geode. Geodes are so pretty, so. Moving on, getting a little bit more scarcely populated here, but different mountain scenery. We have here. I'm not really sure what, what these things are. I don't know if they're just artwork, I guess. That's actually cool. We've got this tree with this giant opening. Got a cow just sitting on his lazy butt over there. Is it a cow or a bull? It might be like a steer or something, but he's a big boy, whatever he is. Moving on. Hold on. Hold on, jeez. Whew. Hold on, give me a second. I'll be right back. I'm having a yawning attack here. Okie dokie. Sorry. Not that it's boring looking at these. I just, man, I just felt that building up. I had like this 2-minute yawn session there. What in the world? It is kind of early for me still, so. Yikes, trying to open my eyes. I do have a nice cup of green tea. And, excuse me. Yeah, I slept so much last night. I think, sometimes it's funny how you can get so much sleep and be tired because of it. I slept probably 10 hours or more, and somehow I'm tired. So, what the heck? But, whatever. It feels right for a lazy Sunday. So, anyways, moving on. Whoa. Okay, well, these are semi-postals. I don't know if I caught on... Okay, so this is the first page. Look at this one, number B11, says it's $15 cat. Interesting. So this one is not hinged, but suffers from some minor creases and whatnot, so... Yeah, okay, so that's also a semi-postal here, number B3. So this is actually a pretty early semi-postal for them. And I don't see the second value here on either of these two. See, these ones do 10 plus 10, 20 plus 20, 50 plus 10. Yeah, interesting, those don't have that second value. This looks like sparrows. I was going to say this looks like Napoleon or something here. 1803, it probably is then. And this is airmail. Okay, so we just have a tiny section of semi-postals. We move on to airmail here, another small section, and then right on into official stamps. These are actually pretty cool looking here. What is the deal? It's fairly large, imperforate, square stamps. Principality of Liechtenstein. That's cool. So he's got a few here. And then right on into postage dues. Well, this is kind of interesting to me because, I mean, we're probably halfway through this album right now, and we're looking at back of book. So what's going to be next? J11, a vertical pair, postage dues. That's cool. See, this one actually does say Kronen instead of Krone. Maybe Kronen is just the plural of krone. So you'd have 1 krone or 2 kronen. Sounds logical. Let's see here. This one says 1. Let's see. Oh, that says krone. So that very well may be. A lot of duplicates of some of these. They're pretty thick stacks. Okay. Is that my eyelash or somebody else's? I don't know. Okay, what do we have here? More official. Okay. Nice, pretty little collection here of official 059 to 075. We are missing some in between. Looks like actually they're all there except for we go from 070 to 075 here. But yeah, 059 to 070 is all in order. And looks nice. This is another one that I do actually quite like the colors. And wow, these are stuck in there further than they're bigger than I thought. I thought they would be shorter than that. He stuck them all the way down in these rows. As usual, they're so close. I can feel the perfs kissing each other as I pull them in and out always grinds my gears a little. So what do we have here? Oh, Luxembourg. Well, what the heck? Okay, so I guess the second half of this is Luxembourg. Did not expect that. I just thought this whole thing was going to be Liechtenstein. So here we have number 48, and he's... I guess he doesn't know what the value is because he put an X. Is it because they're in such poor shape? I mean, that shouldn't be the case for this one. Well, so look at this one here. This one's obviously in bad shape. Pretty cool looking, though. I think it says 98 on the cancel, so 1898. Ooh. Weird. Hold on. It's almost like a... It looks like it has a portion of another stamp stuck to the back. Huh. Boy, that is... Oh, it's upside down, too, isn't it? Yeah, it was upside down. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, that thing just feels so delicate. So that was number 48, according to him. And this is number 49 here. He's definitely come off as older. So, darn it. There's a tear and it's catching on the page. I'm trying to slide it in. How was I supposed to know? So some really old Luxembourg stamps. It's number 62. I do like these. I'm not sure if I want to keep these. I may well throw some of this stuff in my grab box. I just don't... I don't really know if I want to keep this whole album. Yeah. Just not sure. This one's a perfect. Looks like DI. I don't think you guys can see that. There you go. DI. Perfect. That's actually neat. Yeah, I just don't know, like, if I have some major affinity for Luxembourg. Let's keep cruising and see what else we have here. Looks like a palace. It says Grand Boucher. Probably the queen or princess or something like that. We've got some surcharges here. Yeah, you know, like every country, well, not every, I don't know. It seems like just most countries just did the same stuff with stamps, you know. Like when I see this, like, this different, there's a, where did I get that? Right there. Like there's a side portrait. Here's a front-facing portrait. You know, like, you know, I think about like the Queen of England or, you know, Queen Victoria, like all the old, all these countries back in these times, they all just did similar stuff. I mean, the same kind of portraits of royalty and blah-de-blah-de. And, yeah, I mean, as you just go from country to country, it's just so similar, you know, not overly creative. And I know that this was kind of just like the mantra. It's like what they did back then, you know, it's just the road they took, you know. They're like, yeah, we're gonna have portraits of our presidents or queens or kings or whatever, and that's kind of one thing that I do like when I think about old stamps versus new stamps. I mean, at least the new stamps, you know, there's more going on than just portraits of royalty, you know. Like, it's just a much broader variety. It is something I think that I do appreciate about more recent stamps, and I'm not talking about recent, like, you know, a month ago or a year ago. I mean, you know, just like after the 1800s, like during the 1900s and stuff. You know, most countries kind of started to move away from just having portraits on their stamps. So, and now today, I mean, gosh, we have such a variety. Like, stamp collectors back in those times, they'd probably be blown away, you know, at the variety of things that are on stamps currently. Like this kind of stuff, you know. It's just, there's such a great variety. That's one of the really great things about stamps is the variety. Ew, somebody scotch taped these together. Not only that, there's a hair running along the top right there. It's gross. Okay, anyways. But yeah, you just got such a wonderful choice. I mean, like, I guess when when stamps first, you know, were out and about in the world, you know, in the late 1800s or mid to late 1800s, was there even such a thing as a thematic collector? Was there such a thing as having a topical collection? Probably not. The only kind of topical collection you could have back then would have just been portraits of royalty. Luxembourg. I wonder if Luxembourg is another pint-sized European country. I'm going to have to look that up. Okay, so Luxembourg is another smaller European country, but I do believe it's much bigger than Liechtenstein. According to Wikipedia here, it's 2,586 square kilometers, which is 998 square miles. So significantly, in fact, larger than Liechtenstein. And they say it's surrounded by Belgium, France, and Germany. And that it is mostly rural, with dense forest and nature parks in the north, rocky gorges in the east, river valleys in the southeast. Has a capital of Luxembourg City, which is famed for its fortified medieval old town perched on sheer cliffs. That sounds pretty freaking cool. I would absolutely love to tour this medieval town. That all sounds like a really fun trip, to be frank. I do like that kind of stuff. Back when I was younger, my grandparents used to take me to look at like forts, you know, like I don't know about so much medieval, but like old forts and stuff in different states, you know, Texas and Florida, and we look at the cannons and, you know, see where the soldiers would sleep, and, you know, like all that kind of stuff. I always didn't like it as a kid, because I mean, come on, that's the most boring crap to a kid, you know, going to a museum. That was so boring to me, but they used to drag me to them all. Well, now that I'm older, I actually appreciate that I had all that experience. Of course, that's just the way it goes. But yeah, as an adult, like, touring a medieval place sounds like really cool. So, anyways. 1976 Olympics, Montreal. I have been to Montreal. Actually, a nice place. The people were nice. Now, one thing that pops into my mind still, so I went to Montreal because of French class. Like the second or third year I took French, they took us on a trip to Montreal. You had to pay for it and everything. And one thing that I didn't expect when I got to Montreal, and this must have been like 2004 or 5. Got off the bus, like, yay, we're here, looking all around. So many people wore spandex. The men and the women walking around in spandex pants. I was like, what is going on here? Why do so many people wear spandex here? Anyways, that's an actual thought I had when I was like 14. in Montreal. Just like I don't know if it was just a specific place that I was in, but yeah, I remember just being like, "What's up with this? So much spandex." Oh, sorry, I just had to pause the video. These Spanish people were blabbing right outside of my door. So, where was I? All right, stamps. That's right. Amnesty International. Well, yeah, it looks like some kind of castle. Oh, it says theater. Nice little flowers. Refugees. Okay. Well, I will say these seem to be much less reflective than Liechtenstein. A big dam. Oh, that's kind of cool. Big giant. Oh, these. I bet these are like the turbines inside of the dam. Must be power generators. Yeah. Could be wrong. That's my thought. There's some portraits. This almost looks like a cartoon. No. Just some kind of branch. Okay. Oop. This one has the selvage all around almost. Can I put that back without screwing it up? Okay. Okay, yeah, I mean, geez, it's just another page is pretty filled out here. A lot of different stuff. Another one, just the same. I see a fox here. I'm wondering what's going on there. Some sort of bipedal fox. If foxes were bipedal, that might be like a thing of, that'd be like something straight out of a nightmare. I'd probably, if I saw a bunch of foxes running around on their hind legs, that'd probably scare the heck out of me. Okay, anyways. So, oh yeah, I mean, it's just a whole bunch of different stuff here. I mean, some portraits, you know, some different art, looks like. Aesthetically, I kind of feel like I like Liechtenstein more. But here you go. I mean, like, this kind of stuff I do like. Yeah, I mean, like, that's pretty. I do find myself, in general, enjoying scenic stamps. They're nice. Like, you can really capture the beauty of a place from some proper scenery. It still probably wouldn't be anything near as beautiful as actually being there, but at least you can get a sense. What's this? Some kind of... I was going to say chicken, but no. Not a chicken, right? That's just some bird. Council of Cooperation, 1953 to 83. UIA. Union International. Something. Oh, cool. Some mushrooms. Those look like morels. The name says Morchella favosa. I think that these are called morels. I'm not a mushroom aficionado, but my parents, they're avid mushroom hunters, and they've picked a whole buttload of morels on a pretty regular basis over the years. They usually come home with a big old batch and they cook them all up. It does smell good. Looks like some kind of demonic sculpture. Interesting looking, I gotta say. Express mail. Hey, that's cool. You know, I'm seeing. I was going to mention this earlier, but I'm definitely seeing some French words. Did it? Oh, right. Sorry. Yeah. All right. Bordered by Belgium, France, and Germany. That makes sense. Okay. Huh. Ooh, okay, so this is where we switch into semi-postals. B. So these are out of order here. Okay, so see, like this one says B1. So this should be the first semi-postal of Luxembourg. Looks like they took just a normal definitive or commemorative and simply surcharged it. At least that's what it looks like. And then this one here, this B65A. It says, thanks to Britannia, 1940 to 1944. So a bunch of different semi-postals. Thanks to America, okay. And I'm guessing in Cyrillic that says thanks to Russia. What about this one? Hommage à la France. So I'm sure that's thanks to France. Weird. I don't see a lot of stamps like that. Straight up, thanks to America, thanks to France. Interesting. Okay, moving on. Just one little row of semi-postals here with some kind of little child on there. Oh, it says enfant handicap. I actually have no idea how to say that in French. Enfant handicap. I don't know. Oh God, I feel embarrassed even trying. I have no idea how to pronounce handicap in French, but looks like they're commemorating handicapped children. Interesting. On a semi-postal. Okay. Must go to benefit them. Oop, that page had a bunch of crap fly off here. Okay, what do we have here? More semi-postals. Prince Jean. Prince Jean. Boy. We need to get a hold of these royal hairdressers and have them do a little bit better. Okay. Alright. Okay. Ugh. These hairstyles. Ugh. Okay. Exposition. So National Exposition. Luxembourg. So it's got 2 perforated stamps in here on the sous sheet. Doodlage. I don't know what that means. 1937. Oh, this is a... He has it as B85, so a semi-postal souvenir sheet. Man, more semi-postals. A lot of semi-postals here. Caritas. Okay. Alright, well, so some semi-postals. And then, looks like postage due. So this is J3. Pretty old, early postage due. Not a whole lot to see there, just the numerical value, and it looks like maybe the coat of arms at the top. These other ones seem to have a cleaner. There you go. Come on, focus. All right. Grand Douche? Is that what it says? What is it? Grand Douche. All right. Fantastique. Okay. Air Post. Oh, it's a... I was like, what is that? A snail? What the heck? It's a airplane wheel. Okay. Took me a second. Like, what am I looking at there? Okay, now here's an official. It actually does say official on it. And it's some pretty beautiful script, frankly. That's actually quite classy. I like that. Especially the little design down underneath. That's pretty. And that's number 080. 080, rather. I feel like we're running out of pages. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, this is the last page. Wow. It looks like a nice, neat little page. Okay, this, from the top of the head, looks like... Oh, no. What's the guy that... Hindenburg? Okay, let's see how I do. I think that's Hindenburg. Yep. Kind of guy that... I can't remember. I don't think he appointed Hitler, but he like came before Hitler, something like that. But anyways, so this looks like Nazi era stuff that has been overprinted. So, and the fact that these are N1, N2, and 3, that means occupation stamps, I believe. So that would make sense. So we have a nice little array here of occupation stamps. Probably Hitler taking over Luxembourg. Deutschreich stamps that have been overprinted. Luxembourg. That makes sense, right? Interesting. Look at these ones. They've got little designs in the top left and right corners that are actually pretty nice to look at. That's cute. Nice little extra added flair. There's a lot of these. It's surprising how many of these he has. You know, I really got to say, I don't recall ever seeing this, like this specific overprint. I don't know if I've seen the stamp. Maybe. I don't know. I just can't recall. But this overprint does not ring a single bell in my memory. I guess it's surcharge, rather. Yeah, interesting. I don't have any recollection of these. You know, you just never know, man. It's just one reason why I love this hobby. I'm just always surprised. You know, like if you ever think you've seen it all, you know, you haven't. There really are so many stamps. There's so many stamps out there. Okay. Messing these up. Get them good. Okay. Luxembourg. That actually is a nice looking scene there. Some kind of a river valley. Yeah, whatever pretty little design they have, I guess that they use that just simply to block out the old denomination. Grand Douche de Luxembourg. I'm probably saying that wrong. It's probably like, I don't know how else to say that. I just douche, you know, whatever. To me, it's douche. $12.50 they say for this one. A little surprising. Okay, Okay, these are looking like occupation semi-postals now. Huh. Interesting. And then we've got some officials here. Overprinted SP. Don't know what that stands for. SP overprint. 052 and 3. Here we have 0108. This is that. So this is another official. Okay. Actually, a used stamp here. This one's canceled. Looks in pretty good shape. Looks like one pulled perf there on the side, but overall, that's in pretty decent shape. And to finish off this album, we have 0152. So, that does it. Final stamp in this little album here. Well, I enjoyed that. That was unexpected to see Luxembourg in here. Yeah. I wonder why he didn't. Usually he writes what, like everything that's in the album on that kind of sticky on the what the heck do you call this? Jesus Christ. The label. What I'm really trying to remember is, what do you call this part of the album here? It's like the spine? Oh, I can't remember. Anyways, I don't know why I'm stuck on that, but I swear that, like, of a book or an album or whatever, like, this part of it has a name. Anyways, so hope you guys enjoyed that little look through there. I enjoyed that. This has actually been better than I expected. I really do like the Liechtenstein stamps. I think that those are beautiful. And while I like the look of the earlier ones, I really do enjoy what they kind of morphed into in those kind of pretty reflective stamps that they have. They really did seem to go pretty strongly in the reflective foil stamps. And yeah, I definitely like some of these. So anyways, that does it for this episode, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed. I will see. I don't know if I'll be back next weekend or not. I don't know. We'll just see how work goes and life and all that good stuff. But I really appreciate you watching. I wish all of you the best. If you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button. It does help me out. And if you're new to my channel, consider subscribing. And you'll be able to see future content. So thanks for everything, everybody. I'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.